I love the fact, everybody, finish up your hugs, your kisses, your greetings. Isn't this just a beautiful room? Good afternoon, and welcome to our Sports for Youth annual luncheon. It truly is a delight each year to return, and this is our second year here, to this wonderful group of people who are truly committed to changing the lives of kids through the thing most of us love so much, and that's through sports. My name is Donna Ornder, and I'm proud to serve as one of the co-chairs of UJA Sports for Youth. Leslie Giddis, one of our other dedicated co-chairs, came down with an unexpected illness, and I just want to say on her behalf, she was so looking forward to being here to seeing all her hard work play out. But she sends her warm regards and thanks, and of course we send back our thanks and warm regards to her. We are so excited, where are you? Where are you? To honor the inimitable Jessica Berman today. Woo. Her wonderful leadership and celebrate the game-changing impact, of course, of Sports for Youth. Jessica is a powerhouse, and I love the way your son is smiling at me. It's so adorable. She has vision and heart, and we've been proud to have her serve on the Sports for Youth Council for several years, with a special thank you to Russell Wolf, who many years ago, a former co-chair, who made that very wise invitation. She's definitely a woman of the moment, leading a dynamic league, of course, the NWSL, and it's fueling the long-awaited cultural shift in appreciation and recognition for women in sports. Woo! It's indeed my personal pleasure to say congratulations, or mazel tov, on your much-deserved David J. Stern Leadership Award.
Thanks, Donna. It's such a hard act to follow. Okay, as many of you know, Sports for Youth was created a little over 20 years ago, and it really had one goal: give the gift of sports to every kid of every background and every athletic ability. And thanks to all of you, we have and will continue to make these kids' dreams come true. Whether it's renovating courts, providing scholarships and lessons, providing equipment. I know there's a company that I know that does provide equipment every once in a while. We are changing the lives of the kids that we serve. And it would not be possible without the support of everyone in this room. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for everything that's happening. We are psyched to be back at Gotham Hall. This place is awesome, along so many familiar faces from the sports industry. It's also really inspiring to see so many family members and family members of UJA just joining us in support of Jessica and the incredible life-changing work that she's doing. So everybody who's here for the first time, welcome to our team.
We're also joined today by a number of UJA senior leadership, who we are so proud to work alongside of. Amy Bressman, UJA's president. Where are you, Amy? Thanks for all your, hey, Amy, all your hard work. David, I just got to say hello to you. Are you at the same table? Hey, David. Nice to see you, as always. Our chairman of the board. And Peter and I and all of our council really would like for you to help us thank our Maya Spector and Carolyn Cohn, the heart of our team from UJA that makes our council happen. Oh. In addition, we are joined by several past honorees. I'd like to call them out. Russell Wolf, Hilary Mandel, Anna Isaacson, Kenny Gersh, Gary Gertzog, of course, Peter Land.
Donna Orender?
No. Wait, I was just talking to them. Where are you? Where are you?
What are you looking for?
Oh, Anna, we said hello. Good. All right, go ahead, go. Oh, wait, I have one more thing today. All right, we'll also be hearing, sorry. We haven't rehearsed enough. Mark Wilf, chairman of the board of governors for Jewish Agency of Israel and the immediate past president of Jewish Federations of North America. Mark, where are you? You are amazing. Thank you for the time you're spending here. Thank you for the time you spend on behalf of our greater community always. You are a rock star.
And an NWSL owner. It's not a bad combination. Of course, I really want to thank the members of the Sports for Youth leadership team. Everyone that's part of the council that's here today and the people who couldn't make it have been such an incredibly playing an integral role in making not only this event a success, but the year-round work that we do a success. So now I'd like to ask the members of the Sports for Youth Council to stand up so we could recognize you and the dedication that you have.
And now we will turn the program over to our MC, although I'm sure there's a big yearning for us to stay up here, Peter, but probably not. Tracy Wolfson, another powerhouse in the world of sports. And for all of us sports fans, we love seeing Tracy Wolfson covering our favorite NFL teams, the Vikings, on NFL on CBS's Top Game each week, with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo or the highly anticipated Final Four matchups during the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championships. She also serves as a panelist on CBS Sports' We Need to Talk. I told her it sounds like a Jewish women's television show, We Need to Talk. And the first ever nationally televised all-female sports show. Tracy's also been involved with the coverage of, and there's a whole list here, Trace.
Right
here it is, where is it?
Here.
Thank you, Peter. College football, auto racing, rodeo, track and field, and more. She truly does it all, and she is everywhere, including here today. And we are so grateful, Tracy Wolfson.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Donna. Good afternoon, everyone. It is just so wonderful to be here. I am truly honored to be here for this year's Sports for Youth Annual Luncheon. Today, we're honoring a true trailblazer for women in sports, Jessica Berman, with the David J. Stern Leadership Award. Jessica's professional climb to commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League is impressive and inspiring, and I am so privileged to be here alongside all of you to recognize both her professional and philanthropic accomplishments. The NWSL has a huge platform on CBS Sports, so on a personal level, we are so grateful for Jessica's leadership, and the impact she is having on women's sports is invaluable. And of course, we're all here this afternoon to support UJA Federation of New York Sports for Youth initiative. The important work that Sports for Youth does for our communities is life-changing, and the impact is felt here in New York and in Israel. As a sports reporter, I have the opportunity to get up close and personal with all different kinds of sports, teams, and athletes that I love. It is a dream come true for me. And the fact that Sports for Youth gets to make dreams come true for kids who may not know what it's like to be on a team and play on a team with their friends and their peers, it is truly incredible. And on top of that, they develop new skills, fall in love with the sport, and learn responsibility and leadership skills. Sports for Youth is helping to set them up for success now and for the future. Now, I'd like to invite all of you to turn your attention to the screens for a glimpse of Sports for Youth and see the work in action.
What you see here is potential. Potential to change the future. Potential to change lives. But potential isn't enough. That's where Sports for Youth comes in. This is Bobby. A year ago, Bobby was afraid of the water. Look at her now. This is Tim. Tim really found himself out on the field, and he hasn't looked back since. In Suffolk County, there's Mindy Cobb, best kicker on her team. Up in Westchester, Marcy has a whole new set of friends. Reaching for the top? No problem. Sports for Youth has got your back. Some kids run, and some kids jump. Put them together, magic.
Through cutting-edge grants, reimagined, improved facilities, and special programs and initiatives, UJA's Sports for Youth ensures that every child can participate, regardless of physical or financial challenge.
They've finally gotten back to school. Now they need to enjoy life out there playing, having fun with their friends, and learning important skills that they'll take with them for the rest of their lives.
Many of them don't even have backyards at home. They live in small apartments. So being in this nature environment out of the city is key for these children to connect with each other.
We have sportsmanship, because that's what we're really learning about this summer, respecting each other.
We all know the research, the long-term health benefits of being active at an early age. Kids need to be in motion. But it's so much more than that. It's about teamwork, self-esteem, learning how to get along with others. There's much to learn through the challenges of competition, and with Sports for Youth, you are always building character. These past years of the pandemic have been particularly hard on kids with special needs, and UJA's Sports for Youth programming has been a tremendous resource, keeping them connected, keeping them active. Thanks to Sports for Youth, kids from across our community, kids from all kinds of circumstances are coming together. They're connecting, they're showing up, they're working hard. Talk about a winning team. This is it. Sports for Youth builds on success. The kids know it, and so do you.
Please welcome Mark Wolf, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Jewish Agency for Israel and immediate past chair of Jewish Federations of North America.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Mark Wolf, and it's great to be here with you. I'm owner-president of the Minnesota Vikings and owner-chairman of Orlando City and Orlando Pride soccer clubs, and I'm thrilled to be here with all of you. As you just saw in the video, Sports for Youth has had an incredible impact on the community here in New York and in Israel for over 20 years. It is a great privilege to be part of the sports community where the platform for social good is so powerful, and it is a great amplifier for worthwhile causes. I also want to add my own congratulations and mazel tov to Jessica Berman, who I've had the privilege of working with in her role as NWSL Commissioner. In addition to being an extraordinary professional and industry leader, you're a role model, and I am so happy for you, and I know you appreciate the good work of UJA and what this group represents and does with your commitment, so thank you. But Sports for Youth is just one of many initiatives that changes lives every day. With more than 100 years of expertise and a network of nonprofit partners, UJA continues to help those in need. With UJA's resources and reach, we're able to confront the multiple crises facing us today: increased poverty and hunger stemming from the pandemic, to the rise in anti-Semitism and the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, the worst in the region since World War II. At just over a year since Russia's invasion, UJA has allocated more than $23 million in emergency grants to help refugees find safety and shelter as we relocate and resettle here in New York and around the world. We've provided access to food, medical supplies, transportation, and shelter, and even helped those who have chosen to make Aliyah get to Israel to begin rebuilding their lives. As in Israel, UJA has continued its commitment to the promise of a Jewish and democratic state that is vibrant and inclusive now and always. For myself, as a child of Holocaust survivors, and for each one of us as privileged citizens of this great country and part of this incredible industry, your presence underscores our recognition of a responsibility to give back. Just last week, I had the opportunity to travel to Ethiopia with your chair of the board, David Moore, and others. Thanks to one of UJA's largest overseas partner organizations, the Jewish Agency for Israel, which I'm privileged to chair their board, we traveled to Israel together with 111 immigrants from Ethiopia, most waiting decades to be reunited with their families. Most of them were being reunited with their own immediate families. Some parents and children had not seen each other for over 40 years. It was very powerful and meaningful that all of us have a part in that type of reunification. Thousands remain, but UJA is a leader in the conversation of the effort. Today, there are now 170,000 Ethiopian or Ethiopian descent population in Israel. It's all very powerful to see that kind of reunification. Israel bringing people out of Africa into freedom and to realize their thousands-year longing for Yerushalayim. Really remarkable. Here at home, UJA's partner agencies have been and continue to welcome refugees and assist them with everything from job placement and housing to child care and mental health support. And just like last summer, Ukrainian families will be able to enjoy their camps and community centers and get a first-hand opportunity to participate in and experience the programs and facilities funded by Sports for Youth. And like I said, we're facing multiple crises at the moment. So on top of the life-saving work of UJA doing in Ukraine and for refugees, right now we're also combating anti-Semitism, which is really escalating, and working with our partners through the Community Service Initiative to make sure our communities, including our Jewish institutions, are safe and secure. We're strengthening Jewish life and building bridges and connection within the diverse Jewish community. And we're digitizing our food pantries and streamlining our systems. That's the power of UJA, and it's thanks to you and your support for UJA that we're able to do what we do, including the work of Sports for Youth. On behalf of UJA's senior leadership, including my good friends and colleagues, President Amy Bressman and Board Chair David Moore, both of whom are here today, and they've done such a great job leading New York UJA these past 4 years. Thank you so much for your leadership. And thank you all for what you do for the community. So now please join me in welcoming back Peter Land to the stage. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Just to weave all the threads together at today's lunch, Steve Horowitz, who works with Jessica, and I used to coach our daughter's youth soccer team, right, back 22 years ago. They were named the Green Butterfly Princesses, okay? And we've trademarked it so you can't have it for your next expansion team, okay? But Mark's niece, Hallie, I got permission to say niece, Hallie was one of our players, okay? So there you go. It all comes back to women's soccer. So I thought we would actually have a little, kind of a little fun today. I get the I commit portion of our session today. I thought I would do a little chat GPT, and I'm going to ask my phone how we can raise at least $13,000 in this room today, because that's where we are. We're $13,000 short of our goal. So I'm going to ask my phone how to get that done. Just give me 1 second. We'll get to the live part in 2 seconds. Hold on. How to raise money from people at lunch while they're still eating. Okay, here we go. Okay. ChatGPT says, is Michael Rubin in the room? Can we please have his credit card information? No, that was a joke. Okay. So now let's move on to the actual I commit portion of today's program. Why is it so important that we all commit to Sports for Youth today? Because kids need safe places in their lives. They need places where they can be exposed to the positive values and life lessons that sports can provide. Let's all work together to keep kids active and engaged, especially between the hours of 3 and 6, when many parents are away from home. Every kid needs to have these opportunities. So please commit with us today. If you look at the I commit cards on your table, you can fill them out, scan the QR codes at the center of your table, make a donation online. You can hand the I commit card to UJA staff walking around the room and drop it off at the registration desk on your way out. If just half of us in this room donated $150, we'd get to our goal of raising $400,000 for today's lunch. Jessica's very competitive. She wants to win. So I really thank everybody in this room for the impact that you're making, that you will make, and that will be felt far beyond this luncheon. So 2 more quick closing notes. Ken Podziba was also an honoree, and we forgot to mention that in the first half. So Ken, thank you for everything that you do. And lastly, on behalf of Donna, on behalf of Mark, on behalf of Leslie, who can't be here, we invite all of you to enjoy your lunch, and the program will resume shortly thereafter. Thanks, everyone.
We all came out here today to honor a true visionary, Jessica Berman. For all that she has accomplished. So we got to get right to it, because that's why we're here. She has had such an incredible and distinguished career in the sports industry. Jessica completed her undergraduate degree at the University of Michigan. Go Blue, go Blue. We'll hear that a few times tonight, no doubt. Graduating with a degree in sports management and communications. Jessica then went on to the Fordham University School of Law and began her career at Proskauer Rose, where she was an associate in the labor and employment sector. She then moved on to the National Hockey League, where she stayed for 13 years and first served as vice president and deputy general counsel for the organization before becoming vice president of community development, culture, and growth, and executive director of the NHL Foundation. After the NHL, Jessica spent 2.5 years at the National Lacrosse League, where she served as deputy commissioner and executive vice president of business affairs. Today, as commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League, Jessica has a hand in all aspects of the league, focusing on supporting players on and off the field, working with NWSL clubs to continue building on the positive momentum of the league's growing audience, and collaborating with NWSL partners to create the most engaging and entertaining fan experience. Jessica has also earned quite a few distinctions throughout her sports career. She was named to Sports Business Journal's 40 Under 40 list in 2014 and was named Sports Business Journal's 2022 Best Hire after just 1 season in the NWSL. Jessica's career has been inspiring, and she serves as a role model for so many across the sports world. I was fortunate to first meet Jessica at the University of Michigan. Both of us immersed ourselves in the sports world there. But back then, I don't think she knew I dreamed of being a sports reporter, and I certainly didn't know she dreamed of being commissioner one day. That is true. She dreamed of being the commissioner of a sports league. It was only until she was on our CBS sports show, We Need to Talk, that she revealed that lifelong goal. And how amazing is it that she has been able to live out that dream? Not many can say that. It takes a lot of hard work, determination, strength, and heart, especially as a woman in this business. So congratulations, Jessica. And of course, go Blue! At this time, I would like to draw your attention to the screens to hear a little bit more about Jessica from those who know and love her.
We are very excited to announce the new commissioner of the league, Jessica Berman.
Hi Jessica, Coach Harbaugh here. So excited for your opportunity. We know you're going to do great things. We've always known you're a shining star. The National Women's Soccer League is in great hands. And go Blue.
Hi, I'm Billie Jean King, and I want to congratulate my friend Jessica Berman on receiving the 2023 David L. Stern Leadership Award, and thanks to the UJA Federation for all you do to make our world a better place. Jessica, you are a champion in and out of sports, and we're so proud of the work you are doing with the NWSL. You are leading with passion and purpose and making some history of your own along the way.
I'm so proud of my fellow member of the tribe, Jessica Berman. Congratulations, Jessica, and keep doing wonderful things with your life.
It's been really a great thrill to be able to spend time with you, Jessica, for the last year or so, as you've been leading the NWSL with such purpose. So, congratulations on receiving this well-deserved honor, and I want to thank everybody who's here at this luncheon for all the great work and all the support you do for this very worthy cause.
Teamwork, clear, strong voice, wanting every voice in the room to be heard. There's no one better than Jessica to continue to fulfill the potential of this exciting league. Congratulations, Jessica.
Jessica, it has been my privilege to know you and work with you for over 2 decades. And in both your work and home lives, you personify Jewish values and ideals. Jessica, congratulations.
One of the great redundancies of the civilized world these days is congratulating Jessica. She's done so many wonderful things in the last decade. It's just fantastic. My only problem was I never could get Jessica to laugh hard at my jokes, so I'm going to try it one more time, Jess. What did the elephant say when the crocodile bit off his trunk?
Very funny, very funny. A long time ago, in a not-so-different galaxy, David Stern and I started working at Proskauer on the same day. And then along came Jessica. We worked very closely together. She became my strong right arm, and I'm delighted to be able to say that she's 3 for 3, our 3rd commissioner. Congratulations, Jessica.
When I think about Jessica, I think about kindness and competence. She's just such a good friend. I learned a lot from her. Jessica's the real deal, and she really deserves this award.
Jessica, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I had the pleasure of working with Jessica when she was still involved with the National Lacrosse League. I being a referee, Jessica was a huge part of my coming out process. She aided in getting me connected with social media. She helped get my story out there. I feel blessed that I got to meet you and see you along your way. So congratulations again, and I wish you all the best in your future.
Congratulations, Jessica, for all the amazing things that you do. Just if I could tell a quick story about you, when a local rehabilitation hospital needed equipment for stroke victims, you went out, raised the money, bought the equipment, and provided that service to a community that was desperately in need.
We're going to fundraise for Burke and help build the robotics program even more.
Jessica, you're so deserving of this award, and I wish you all of the success in the world.
15 years ago, Jessica gave me the opportunity to continue to follow my dream of pursuing a career in the sports business. I was incredibly excited to work for Jessica, as she is an amazing role model. Congratulations on this incredible recognition and award. Well deserved.
On behalf of the entire staff at the National Women's Soccer League, we want to congratulate our commissioner on this prestigious award. Congrats, Jessica.
Woohoo! Yay, congrats. You don't give up. You never give up on those who are down and out. You see the potential in everyone. Jessica, congratulations on this prestigious award. I can't wait to celebrate with you in person.
So, what is it that makes Jessica so special? Maybe it's just that she always had a sense about herself. She knew what she knew what she liked, and she knew that she didn't have to prove herself to anyone. She loved music, played music, loved dancing, did all kinds of sports. Jessica became obsessed with professional sports when she took her dad and I to see our first Islanders game when she was in high school. She looked around, and when a goal was scored, she saw that all these random people who had no connection to each other from all backgrounds got up, cheering, screaming, hugging, and that was it. She was smitten with the bug of how sports can unite people. Jessica, you are a trailblazer. I'm proud to be on your team. I'm proud to be on your journey. And I'm so proud to be the commissioner's mom.
Commissioner's mom!
I'm teary-eyed from that, no doubt. I'm sure you are too, Jessica. I mean, that video truly highlighted how special you are and the impact that you've left throughout your career. And it was so nice to hear from colleagues and friends and family sharing how proud they are of you. And speaking of your family, we have some very special guests here to present you with this well-deserved award. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Jessica's sons, Noah and Andrew Berman.
As a 12-year-old, my natural instinct is to look to technology for solutions. Knowing I had to write a speech about my mom, I decided to ask my Snapchat AI, for those who don't know, that's artificial intelligence, to tell me about Jessica Berman. I'm going to read to you exactly what it said. Jessica Berman is a trailblazing executive in the sports industry. She has held several high-profile positions, including at the NHL, Vice President of Business Affairs for the National Lacrosse League, and Commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League. Jessica Berman is known for her visionary leadership and her commitment to promoting diversity and inclusion in sports. During her tenure at the NLL, Berman was instrumental in expanding the league's reach and increasing its revenue. She was responsible for negotiating broadcast deals with major networks and securing sponsorship agreements with major brands. Under her leadership, the NLL became one of the fastest growing professional sports leagues in North America. In 2022, Berman was appointed as the National Women's Soccer League Commissioner, becoming the first woman to hold that position. She has already made significant strides in promoting gender equality and empowering women in sports. Berman is also a strong advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and has worked to create a more inclusive environment in the sports industry. Overall, Jessica Berman is a visionary leader who has made a significant impact on the sports industry. Her commitment to diversity, inclusion, and innovation has helped shape the future of sports and inspire a new generation of athletes and fans. That's pretty accurate, don't you think? I couldn't stop there, but there's more I'd like to share about my mom. As a person, things you wouldn't know by asking an AI. Technology is great, but it doesn't tell the full story. My mom is really caring, and she supports my hobbies and things I care about. For example, when I got into sports trading cards, she cared enough to drive me to sports card shows, which was her literal nightmare, but she did it happily for me. While we were at sports card shows, she taught me how to do deals, buying and selling cards using her business experience. Because of her, I even started to make money, which is really important to me. All of this helped me to build my confidence and taught me how to deal with strangers, even though I was little. My mom also helped me with how to learn what's right and wrong. Being a sixth grader presents a lot of hard times socially with friendships. What they say about middle school is true. Now, every time I have a conflict, I turn to my mom for advice. Because she's old. And now, even though she is pretty old, she knows how to manage complicated situations, even for somebody my age. She could look at me and know immediately when I need help. The first time, she may not get it out of me, but eventually I will go back to my instincts because I know she gives me the best advice. The last story I want to share about my mom is how she prioritizes the right things and teaches those values to me and my brother. Even though she is super busy, she always makes time for the things that matter. She got that from my grandpa, Papa Ted, and she makes sure to pass it on to us. Earlier this year, my grades started to decline. My mom recognized that and sat down with me to make a plan. The most important thing that she told me is that I knew I was capable of more, and if I wanted to go to Michigan, her alma mater, I had to get better grades. Go Blue. I am honored to be Jessica Berman's son because I have learned so much from her and I still have so much to learn. Congratulations to my mom for this amazing achievement. You have so much more coming. I will always be here to celebrate with you. I'm so happy and so proud of everything you've done. I love you. From your favorite son, Andrew.
If anyone doesn't know, he's talking about me. When my mom asked me if I would like to speak at this award ceremony to honor her as a leader, I instantly knew that I wanted to be here. And that's saying a lot for me since I don't like to miss school. I even turned down a trip to the World Cup in Qatar because I couldn't miss school. To me, she's not just an example of the word leader, but she defines it. This is not just for me, this is for everyone she's come into contact with for as long as I can remember. I'm not only excited, but honored to give her this award, as I cannot think of another person more deserving than her. Leadership's not just a word to be described in a single sentence, but it's a set of characteristics that somebody must have to be a leader. One of the most important aspects of leadership is the ability to have a strong, powerful voice to take command of a situation. However, this must be balanced with being able to step back, listen to everyone in the room, and help everyone find the best possible outcome. A leader brings people together in good times and bad. Though a leader might be the person who everyone looks to, they must understand that everyone else are also important and valued, and of course, all necessary pieces of the puzzle. I keep coming back to one person who defines that role in just 3 words: Jessica Cohen Berman, my mom. Let me tell you a little bit more about why I think of her when I think of the word leadership. Throughout my life, she's exhibited her powerful voice to take command of challenges at work. I have the benefit of being an observer in all her work, since it's always happening around me. This has never been clearer to me than before the past year with how she managed the investigation into the systemic abuse in the National Women's Soccer League. My mom and all the great people around her managed the situation with confidence and decisiveness. This situation was daunting and even terrifying for her to take on, but her conviction as a leader was inspiring. Like any good leader, even on the toughest days, she took a step back and asked the opinions of those who possibly knew more than she did on a topic to get their unique points of view. She heard the perspectives of not only the people who she worked with every day, but she also did a listening tour of all 12 NWSL markets. On this tour, she heard opinions from a variety of people, from management to players to supporters groups and everyone in between. I've seen firsthand the way that players respond to her when they see her on the pitch post-game, and it warms my heart the way that her leadership has literally changed the game. Though my mom's an incredible leader at her work, she's also the leader of our family. Her powerful voice to manage bad situations has been critical in my life, especially when my dad had a stroke in 2013. I was 5 and my brother was 2. My dad was in a coma for 7 weeks and hospitalized for 4 months. My mom managed to coordinate visiting schedules for my dad, the start of my first competitive hockey season when I was 5 years old, and school for my brother and I, medical care for my dad, and many more family responsibilities. She also started a community fundraising effort called Run for Brad, later renamed Train the Brain. We raised almost $1 million. In the theme of the most important characteristic for a leader that I described earlier, she gave me a role in that effort. This helped me to accept the process of what had happened to my dad. I decided to give up my birthday presents from the ages of 6 to 11 to support the fundraiser. She also supported my effort to have a fundraising team in local road races. She let me be part of his recovery and rehabilitation. Even though it was hard and painful, she brought me along on the journey and made me feel like I mattered and had some control over the situation. Today, in her everyday life, my mom balances leading one of the fastest growing leagues in the world with leading her family. If people knew how much work she's doing to grow the National Women's Soccer League, they would practically fall over in disbelief. Congratulations to the Commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League, also known as my mom, on receiving the David Stern Leadership Award. I know that my mom is very proud to receive this award, but there's no way she's prouder of herself than I am of her. I'm honored to be here today and every day. Thanks for all you do. Mom, please step forward to accept this award.
Please welcome to the stage Jessica Berman, 2023 David J. Stern Leadership Award recipient.
Oh my goodness. When the UJA asked me who I thought should present me with the award, of course, the names that were surfaced were people like Gary Bettman or Pat LaFontaine, who's here, and other iconic people in our industry. And then we had the idea, given that this is the Sports for Youth event and we're here to celebrate children, that perhaps my children would say yes if I asked them to present me with the award. And I couldn't believe they both did not hesitate even for a second and agreed to do it. And you made me so proud. So thank you for being part of this moment. And especially to Noah for skipping school, because it is true, he doesn't like to miss it. And let's be honest, Andrew loves missing school, so. It's not lost on me that most people don't get the opportunity to bear witness to hearing those they respect and love talk about how much they mean to them. And that video, hearing from my children, Tracy, Mark, everyone in this room, it's been such a privilege to hear how the people I care most about appreciate me in the various different aspects of my life. It's humbling, inspiring, and should be a reminder to all of us not to wait for these moments to tell the people you love and appreciate how much they mean to you. Thank you to Tracy for being here and for saying yes. I know firsthand how busy your schedule is. I love our Michigan connection. I do remember that you wanted to be an on-air broadcast talent. I was probably too embarrassed at that time to tell you that I wanted to be a commissioner. And having you here with me makes today that much more special, so thank you. I want to thank everyone who participated in that incredible video tribute, especially to Brian Gordon, who is here from the NWSL, and Fernanda Brava, who's not in the room, who created that incredible video. I'm very proud of your guys' incredible work, and if you like that, make sure you follow us on social, because their content is on display for everyone to see all the time. I'd like to focus my remarks today on platforms for change and using our time on this earth to make the world a better place. I will talk about this through three lenses. The first, the sports industry, the second, being Jewish, and the third, being a parent. As you heard from the video, and now you will know that I did not have a chance to preview the video or it wouldn't have been part of my remarks today, I decided when I was 16 years old that I wanted to work in sports. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, a melting pot of people from different backgrounds. My group of friends was a perfect representation of the Brooklyn community, what always felt to me like a beautiful mosaic. Outside of my group of friends, I observed and was quite disturbed by the lack of respect and tolerance I witnessed all around me in my public high school. Gun violence, systemic racism, generational poverty, all created obstacles and barriers for people who seemed to me should have the same opportunities that I had in front of me. I saw through the eyes of my friends and their families how the color of their skin, their lack of resources, the prior generation's accomplishments inhibited their ability to dream beyond their current situation. They were all working against all odds. I was also troubled by the ways in which people with privilege seemed oblivious to the advantages they had in their lives. I knew it wasn't right. Those realizations might have inspired me to take a variety of different actions to change the world, but I chose sports. If you're wondering why, you are asking a very fair question, because it might not seem that obvious. When I was 16 years old, I attended a New York Islanders game. I was sitting beside two people with my parents who by all accounts did not know each other. After the Islanders scored a goal, I watched them embrace as if they had been lifelong friends or even family. Inspired by that moment, I asked them, "Do you all know each other?" They unequivocally said no. I asked a follow-up question, "Why were you hugging and high-fiving?" They said, after a brief pause and looking at one another in disbelief, that they shared a love for the Islanders. In that moment, I knew that sport has the power to change the world. That happened in 1993. I was ahead of my time because in the year 2000, at the inaugural Laureus World Sports Award, Nelson Mandela declared, "Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire, it has the power to unite people in a way that little else does." Needless to say, that quote is prominently displayed in my home office, as many of you have seen on our Zoom calls. It's a consistent reminder of my why. And I chose to work and am privileged to work in an industry for a league and in a position that is changing the world. Through my days at Proskauer Rose, the National Hockey League, the National Lacrosse League, I was able to learn from some of the best in the industry, many of whom are here with us today. All of that inspired me to prepare for this position and to manifest my lifelong dream, it's true, of being a commissioner. Now I get to be the commissioner of the National Women's Soccer League. Transitioning to the second lens, which is my Jewish identity. Most of what I described earlier was really not part of my life experience until I attended James Madison High School. My parents enrolled me in first grade in a Jewish parochial school. I attended East Midwood Jewish Center. It was a Hebrew day school where I spent half my day learning Hebrew and Jewish studies and half the day learning academic subjects. I grew up very proud to be Jewish, and I had a deep appreciation of our history, including the amazing accomplishments of the Jewish people against all odds. A lot of my Jewish values were also instilled through my family. One of those values is about the importance of learning about our history, making sure we never forget all the challenges that Jewish people have faced. I was so inspired in that same year, in 1993, which is apparently a pivotal moment in my life, I wrote a poem that I recently found going through boxes looking for photos for the video tribute. I also found that this poem won the Holocaust Remembrance Scholarship Contest on April 20th, 1993. I'm going to read this poem to you now. It was called "The Holocaust Remembered." People cry then and now. Who could do this? Who knows how? Who has no heart and has no shame? It is not him I blame. It is those who do not learn, the young minds who want and learn, for the knowledge that they know. Teach them not to stoop so low. Accept the fact that those are dead. Teach the living and well instead. They are gone, and can't return. Their death can bring lessons to learn. Those who remember are still here. Take advantage of our fear. The Holocaust is sad but true. Another one will never do. Still, I have a tale to say, just a reminder to all each day. The Holocaust, it is not done. There are people who still hate everyone. How could they let this go on? We went through much for oh too long. A Holocaust has begun to size right before our very eyes. A rebirth must occur here. Remember Hitler, he's still near. Please don't let him pass his seed. All of our lives we truly need. And yet there is still more to tell. The world today, it is not well. Bosnia, neo-Nazis too. Who will stop them, me or you? Thank you. How much of that is still true today? When I read it to my son Noah, he said, you would only have to substitute different names or places for Bosnia and neo-Nazis to know that every word of that poem is still true today. I have spent most of my adult life seeking to impact historically marginalized, underrepresented, or oppressed people. As Jews, we are taught that it is our responsibility to advocate for others, inspired by our shared experience having been the minority and the focus of anti-Semitism since literally the beginning of time. As of 2023, the world's Jewish population is only 0.2% of the global population. That might seem surprising in this room where we live, but it's a true fact. UJA is an organization that uses its platform to do just that, and particularly through Sports for Youth. They provide grants to community organizations seeking to improve the lives of children and families through access to sports. I am grateful to have had the opportunity to support UJA's efforts to fundraise for next year's grant cycle, and yes, it's true, I am competitive. $400,000 is the goal, and that will make this the most successful fundraiser on behalf of UJA. Finally, I will speak through the lens of being a parent. Parenting Noah and Andrew has given me an opportunity to experience a self-evolution that is unlike anything I could have learned in school, in work, or any other role in my life. They have taught me about patience, acceptance, and even at times a glimpse at what utopia might feel like. They represent a better future. Noah and Andrew are the most important people I will ever influence in my life. One of the proudest moments I ever had was when I was offered my role as commissioner of the NWSL. At that time, being a single mom, I knew this would have to be a family decision. Knowing that in order to transform the National Women's Soccer League and address the historic systemic challenges of the NWSL, I would need to literally immerse myself in this league. I approached my kids. I gave them agency in the decision. I said, can we do this? Despite being 14 and 11 at the time, they did not hesitate even for a second. They both felt strongly that this role had the power to change the world, and I had to seize this moment. They also called me a pioneer. I cherish my responsibility and honor to raise two boys who understand and value others and use their earned and inherent gifts for good. I am grateful for the friendship of so many of you, and I'd like to transition to some thank yous. Although he's not here in this room today, you heard a little about him throughout the video and in Noah's speech. My ex-husband, Brad Berman, has become my best friend, and together we have navigated some of life's most unimaginable challenges. We ended up making lemonade out of lemons as a family in our own ways, and I'm so grateful to him and my boys for supporting all of our life choices. Finally, about my family, before I get to some other thank yous, I have to acknowledge The most unexpected surprise in my life, as many of you know, I'm getting married this year. Doug, my fiance, is here, and I could not fulfill all of the complex and demanding roles in my life without his unwavering love and support. I feel so blessed to have met you, and thank you for all of the stability and strength you give me and our family. He's so selfless that even though this is a celebration of my accomplishments, when I walked into this room, I said, maybe we should just save some time and money and get married here today. And he said, sure. So if anyone's an officiant, maybe we could check that off the list. I don't have much time between now and August 5th to plan our wedding. I will close with a few final thank yous. Thank you to my parents, each of whom in their own way contributed to the person I am. My mom, the commissioner's mom, is physically here with us, recording on her iPhone, chronicling my life as she always does to share this moment, and I would like to believe that my dad is with us in spirit. Thank you to the UJA, and particular to Peter Land, Donna Orender, Leslie Giddis, and Maya Spector, as well as the whole Sports for Youth Council for giving me this incredible opportunity and honor to receive this award. As an aspiring sports lawyer in the early 2000s, David Stern was an icon. He paved the way for the growth of the NBA, which taught all of us in the industry what was possible, and it's an honor to receive an award in his name. I want to thank all of you for being here with us today. I know how busy everyone in this room is and how competing demands could have brought you to other places. I want to acknowledge in particular my NWSL team who's here. Without you and all of your incredible work supporting the league, our board, our players, me personally, this honor wouldn't be happening. I am accepting this honor on behalf of our league for all of the incredible work that we are collectively doing, have done, and will do. Finally, I just want to close with how grateful I am for this incredible moment. It's not often you get to live through an experience like this, and I really appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again, Jessica, and your boys are right. You are a true pioneer, a trailblazer, a total kick-ass mom, and a rock star. And this honor is so well deserved. You truly set just an incredible example for others to follow. By allowing us to gather in your honor today, you're amplifying the work of Sports for Youth and its impact. Before we conclude, I'd like to give a special thanks to the chairs of UJA Sports for Youth, Leslie, Donna, and Peter, for their leadership and contributions to SFY's success, as well as the entire Sports for Youth Council for your important work. Thank you for having me. It was an honor to be here. And as a reminder, if you'd like to donate to UJA Sports for Youth in support of all you've heard about today, you can easily do so by scanning those QR codes on the tables before you leave or filling out the I Commit cards at your seats. We're so grateful for all of your generosity. We thank you all for being here today and enjoy the rest of the day, and congratulations, Jessica.